the first thing that startups need to do is to find, and what we benefited from was that, discussing with a group of mentors whom we could trust. I think that is very valuable for startups. One of the difficulties that startups face is that finding a mentor whom they can confide in, because it's a very early stage and some of the ideas may have huge commercial value. And even though people sign a non-disclosure agreement, etc., I have found many people very loath to share their ideas in confidence. So if we can generate a pool of people who are very trustworthy, whom startups feel comfortable in sharing with, I think that is the primary thing, the first thing that is required. Because very often we found that there are foundations or there are award contests or competitions, and they ask us to share our entire business plan, and they say, that we have signed an NDA with you and so on. But something more could be done by them to make us feel comfortable that yes, your idea is safe with us and this is not going to be poached and leaked and exploited commercially. So finding a trustworthy mentor who can listen in the strictest of confidence and give the most trusted advice is probably the first thing that a startup needs, because one is sitting on some very sensitive information, and you are actually the first of the block advantage is a very significant advantage that any startup enjoys. So whenever any startup talks to me, I assure them that I have zero commercial interest, and I will sort of keep this, whether I sign the NDA or do not sign the NDA or whatever. This remains only with me. This is years only.
Very interesting. So are there, for example, have you really been able to get some insight on what could be some of those extraneous aspects which can get the feeling of trust to come in more easily? I mean, what are some of those qualifiers, if I may say, about a mentor? Because you can't judge anybody by their looks, right? So, is there something that you have managed to cite which would make it easy for you to go to such a person or send others to such a person?
Correct. So, one of the things is an ability to listen. So, because one thing I've found is that people who have a deeper ability to listen and give little more encouraging comments and give abundantly their time to others over a long period of time, 3 months, 6 months, 9 months, and you speak to them again and again, and they also come back to you. They take the initiative to call you also. Yeah, I think those are some of the hallmarks of somebody like Yogesh Endle, whom we shared everything. We shared our business plan, we shared product details, and these are some of the people who probably are also a little older. So I think age is also a factor. People feel a little more comfortable in sharing with people who are maybe 10 or 15 years older than their own age group. So I find students are very comfortable to share with me. Some of them are sitting on gold mines, and they find it comfortable that because of I'm 47 and they may be 20 something, so they feel comfortable. So I think age is also a factor. It brings a certain maturity, a certain patience, and also you're giving. They don't see you as immediately as competing. People in the same peer-to-peer, they probably operate in stealth mode. They're operating, several startups at IIT Delhi are operating in complete stealth mode, and they may share only with older people with whom they feel that there is no aggression and there is a genuine feeling of empathy and wanting to support. Yeah, I think that most people are able to feel this, that is this guy supportive, is this guy empathetic, is this guy giving time and advice unconditionally. So I think we're able to figure it out. Most people are able.
I guess maybe I was also more taken up with the fact that if an organization is trying to create a pool of mentors, what information when shared would be useful to make the early assessment? Because if I give you, let us say, 50 mentor profiles, and what aspects of those profiles would be most likely to generate your selection criteria?
Correct.
So that was really my thought process.
So people who have served in advisory capacities in talent scouting, innovation scouting competitions, and combination of technical ability, business ability, and ability to forecast commercial viability of ideas. And people who are more into a little more philanthropic mode, who are also investing as angel investors. Yeah, so I think these are some essential requirements. And if somebody is an angel investor, then they appreciate the concerns that any startup person has. They go through, startups can go through intense period of anxiety. First of all, because self-belief. They are trying to generate this self-belief that yes, this idea will work, and sometimes it requires staying the course for 3 years or 5 years or 10 years. So somebody who respects the self-belief of the innovator, somebody who has been in advisory capacity in talent scouting, innovation scouting contests, somebody who has invested also in early stage startups,
Sure.
and somebody who has a philanthropic bent of mind.
Got it. Got it.